Hey y'all, what is up? Welcome back to another paint and chat video. It has been, I don't know how long since I made a paint and chat video. All I know is that the last video I believe I made was about artist block, and then I kind of like fell off after that, and understandably so, because of the fact that I was having artist block and dealing with just having no motivation, just not feeling it. Y'all, I am very excited to just be sitting here making a paint and chat video. It has been so long. It's been a minute. I'm just now getting back into my little posting bag and all of that, and my creatives, you know, juices are starting to come back. So I figured, why not make another paint and chat video? Why not give you guys an update on where I'm at, what I'm doing, what's going on? Ashley, what's going on in your life? I am going to actually paint digitally. I've been working on a lot of digital work lately since I bought my iPad. It has been very nice. It has been very convenient for me to just use my iPad instead of, you know, painting with actual paint and brush. I'm liking it. It's pretty fun. I'm gonna do this while I talk to y'all, and let's get right into this update. So I found a reference photo. I'll share it over here or something. Just a nice, you know, Black Girl Magic photo. And I'm gonna try to talk and draw this. It's a little more serious than what I would normally do in these videos, but why not? So where to start? I think I'll talk a little bit about like why I got into, you know, this artist block that I'm dealing with. Then just kind of talk a little bit about like how I've been kind of working through it. So the artist block honestly was because of the pandemic. It was because of us being in the house all the time, and I just felt like I wasn't really inspired, because I'm a person who's really big on environments. I'm big on vibes. I draw off of positive energy and things that are around me. So not to say that my home is not a good positive vibe, but I just kind of need a change of environment here and there to be able to feel like encouraged to or motivated to do something. That's just the type of person I am. So being in the pandemic, and really that was around the time where I was starting to get consistent with my work, I felt like it was like an uphill battle or an uphill fight to like continue to be like creative and to continue to be consistent. So that was like the main reason why I was having a difficult time continuing to create, continuing to be consistent on my YouTube, continuing to just even do anything, because I just was not feeling like there was enough going on in my life for me to do it. So since then, I believe that was September, August to September-ish, when I really started stepping away from my work. Me personally, like, although I can do creative things when I am an artist block, I notice that I'm a little bit better when I just don't do anything. That when I come back to it, I feel a little bit more encouraged, rather than forcing myself to do something that's just not in me or something that I just don't feel compelled to do. So I spent the past like 6 months, I guess now, just not creating, just being focused on work, being focused on my family and my friends, and, you know, just trying to get through the rest of the year like everybody else was. Let me start painting though. I'm just sitting here talking like, you know, like I ain't even, come on. I was just trying to get through everything like everybody else was. Since I was more focused on, you know, what was going on as far as like my job and everything else, like I do feel like it was a good time for me to really be a little bit more productive in other areas of my life, just because like honestly it's very difficult for me to be productive in my job and my art in ways that I want to be, I guess. And I don't like slacking off at work. I don't like slacking off with my art, but sometimes one of them have to take a back seat, and usually it's the art, because it's not the one that's making me like enough money to pay my bills. I don't think I'm gonna try to make this painting like a serious painting. I think I'm just gonna, for funsies, this one. Like, I'm not paying a whole lot of attention to proportions and stuff like that right now. So funny enough, it was actually like the perfect time for me to step away from my art, just because I started kind of a bigger project at work, and it really just needed my attention. And it's something that, you know, was just a good project just in my career. And what it was mainly focused on was us designing and building a new app for the company that I work for. I just really wanted to be 100% on that. Like, building something from the ground up takes a lot of time and a lot of thought, a lot of working with other people. And so, you know, I really wanted to give my all into that. And I feel like it would have been very difficult if I was still like being as consistent as I was with my creativity. Now things have slowed down a little bit. Like, you know, I'm still working and doing my day-to-day stuff, but I believe that we've really gotten a good handle on things, and I'm able to, like, you know, focus on my work once again. That is something that has kind of inspired me to just start picking up my iPad at least and creating with that. I was just like making art like here and there with my iPad just while I was watching a movie, or, you know, just going very, very slowly with creating, not really pushing myself, but just trying to do something that in my mind is, I'm doing this for me. I might not post it, I might not sell it, but it's just something that I want to do for myself. So when I started kind of doing that and slowly creating digitally, that was the thing that kind of got me back into being like, all right, let me get on this creative stuff, especially once I like shared that art. And, you know, I got, you know, such good supportive messages and feedback and thoughts. And so it really did kind of help me think, all right, I got to do something to try to get myself back into a mindset and a mode to be creative. So the first thing that I realized after that is, you know, I've been in this studio room for almost a year now, and I just hadn't did a lot in here to like make it a space that is like comfortable for me to do work. You know, earlier I mentioned that I'm like a vibes person, and I'm, you know, I need an environment that I feel like I can be creative in. And although I really do like the space that I have, I hadn't did a whole lot with it. I didn't have like a lot of stuff in here that made me feel like I wanted to actually work in here. I felt like the room was a little bit more empty than maybe I would want it to be. And so I just started doing things here and there to, like, you know, I got a new desk. I got, you know, I put a TV in here. You guys have seen my new bookshelf to make it look kind of cute in here. Like, I've been doing like little things just to make this space more of a space that I could enjoy and sit in and create in for a long time. Funny thing is, as soon as I started buying things for in here, putting stuff in here, trying to make it more of a vibe for myself, then I was realizing I was feeling a lot more encouraged to create again. Like, I wanted to sit in here, I wanted to work in here. And just the fact that I was going months without even walking into this part of the apartment at all. Like, I wasn't coming into this room, wasn't even walking into the hallway to come here, because I just didn't feel encouraged to walk in here. Like, that's just how, I guess, dry this room was before I started doing some, like, you know, decorating. After that, like, I'm like, this is a vibe. Like, I actually want to be in this room now. So that was another reason why I was able to start coming out of the artist block, because of the fact that I realized I needed to invest a little bit more into my creative space. My creative space is still not done or anything, but I do want to make like a video once I do finish everything, just to show you guys like how I'm decorating it, like the types of tools and stuff like that that I bought for filming and for creating. I really just one day was like, I'm gonna go on Amazon, I'm gonna get the things that I really need for this studio. I got a new filming setup, I got a new, you know, desk like I mentioned. I was just taking the time to get the things that I really, really needed. The thing was, none of the stuff I got was like really expensive. It was just like saying, you know what, I'm gonna just spend the money. You know, I'm gonna just spend the money on this, this, and that, just so this could be a better space. So I'm probably talking a little long on that. That is definitely part of the reason why I was getting encouraged. I am not getting very far on this. I'll probably actually do a little bit of painting, and just so you guys can see me do this like towards the end of the video, because it's hard for me to talk and do this. I have a whole paint and chat like series, but can't paint and chat. So a few weeks back I posted some digital paintings that I had recently made. A few people had mentioned like, oh, I would love a print of this. And I've sold prints before years ago, and I just wasn't consistent with it. And honestly, I wasn't getting a whole bunch of sales in that area. So, I just felt like it wasn't really worth like the squeeze, like the juice wasn't worth the squeeze, I guess. Now I'm thinking like of trying it again and seeing if this is something that people would be interested in as far as purchasing prints and stuff like that. So I posted those pictures. I did pose a question of, would you buy this as a print, and just trying to get a feel out there. And I felt like enough people responded for me to feel like it was something I could look into. So not that long ago I went to a few print places in town that could really help me like have some good high quality work, and I ended up finding a place that I really felt like they was working well with me. Their prices didn't seem too bad, and the quality of their work was there. Like they had the options, the paper, the type of printer and everything that I was looking for. So I'm really excited to get that ball rolling. We're still kind of in the phase of like me just getting some test prints, and I just really want to make sure what I offer is going to be quality for you guys. I don't want to just print off anything and sell it. I really want it to be something that you feel like you can keep forever and that will last forever. So I am looking into that. I'm really excited about that, and that's going to be coming hopefully next month or early April. Yeah, so that's kind of like me easing into like a little update. At the time, I believe, of me posting this video, you guys would have already seen the opportunity that I had with Hulu, and I was just really excited to be commissioned by such a big company to do a painting for the movie, for the United States versus Billie Holiday movie. If you have not seen that painting, if you have not seen what I've done as far as that commission I did for that movie, run over to my Instagram. It's there. You will see it, I promise. It was just funny because it was one of those things where I felt like, because I was taking steps to get back into my work, it could have been a coincidence, but I'm the type of person who believes that, because I was taking these steps, God opened the door for me to have an opportunity to create and make some decent money off of that commission. Like, it really just showed me a lot of what I was worth as an artist. The fact that they actually wanted it to be digital, and I'm just now starting back doing digital work. I don't know, it's like, was kind of a perfect time for that opportunity to pop up. So that came up, and that was just like, honestly, I didn't have a choice. Like, it was like, okay, artist block or not, you kind of got to do this. You got to push through and make it happen. And I was able to make it happen. And because I did that, then I was pretty much in like artist mode. Like, I'm like, cool, I'm about to make another painting. I'm about to make, like, I just really felt like I was kind of out of it at that point. Like, because I kind of had to force myself to do it. I honestly wouldn't suggest always forcing yourself to do art when you don't feel like it. Since I was already getting out of that mode where I was, blocked creatively, I felt like, that was just the last push that I needed to feel like, all right, like, artist mode, we here. So in other news, I finally got my website up and rolling. I created a Shopify basically where people can, buy my art that I still have. That is also where I will be putting my prints and things of that sort. So please, please, please check out my website if you want to buy any art. If you just want to share it with your friends and family or whoever, it is ashleyrsmith.com. I'm very excited about it. It just took me way too long to get my website up and going. So I think that is also a small thing that is pushing me in that direction to, you know, get back into full consistent creative mode. So that's all I gotta say, really. That's my update. I definitely want to give you guys a little bit of time just to watch me create. I do want you guys to actually see me paint a little bit. All right, y'all, so that's all I'm gonna do for this video. I am gonna finish this painting. I'm gonna keep working on it, but this is how far I got. I'm not sure how well you guys can see with the glare, but I got it drawn out in the first layer of colors. So of course I'm gonna keep going, making it, you know, look more defined with highlights and shadows and everything. So I am loving this iPad Pro, y'all. Like, it was an investment, you know. I really, you know, was like biting the bullet when I bought this iPad, but it has been great. I love it. I love everything about it, and I feel like it was worth every penny. So I'm just very excited to have this when there are days where sometimes I just do not feel like getting out all my paint brushes and all my, you know, the water. It's just be too much. But thank you guys for watching this video and rocking with me, listening to my update, working through my creative block with me, because I know a lot of y'all have been checking in, you know, hitting me up, as in my friends and family for the most part, because y'all the only ones who be watching my videos. But I know there's a few more of y'all who just been, you know, curious as to where I've been. Comment below and let me know what y'all been up to, what projects is going on, and I will see y'all in the next one.